Alright, we're gonna hunt this little creek bottom here. It's kind of a funnel. There's a field out that way. Rut is starting to pick up. It's November 1st. It's finally that time of year. There's cows in the field right now. That's okay. Even more reason for the deer to be in the woods. They don't typically hang out together. It's hard to pick a tree because the winter creeper on everything. It's taken over. There's a couple climbable trees in here. That hackberry there looks good. Alright, y'all, this tree is the tree for me. No luck tonight. We'll be back after tomorrow. Alright, we are back in the same spot as last night. I had my camera put up in the bag, but as soon as I stepped on the boat last night to head home, the wind came out of nowhere, started blowing. Started spitting rain. It was not a fun ride back, but that front blew in last night. And I'm thinking the deer ought to be pretty frisky this evening, so we went back to the same spot because I felt like I probably should. The bur oaks have dropped some in here. That bur oak has an old log-on stand on it. I'd like to hunt out of it, but I don't trust the straps. It's been there for at least 2 years. I don't think anybody hunts out of it anymore. Just kind of sitting there. Alright, this is not the greatest tree, but I'm going to climb it just tonight. We got a dead one here that's leaning that way, so I think we're good there. And this tree's almost dead, but not quite. So we're going to take a chance on that. This will probably be the only time I ever climb this tree. But it gives me too much of a good shot on the trails, all the trails. Trail down there by the boat, trail right here, trail I was set up on yesterday. It's not in a good place next to these dead trees, and it's crooked, but the dead trees aren't leaning, or the one dead one's not leaning towards me, so fingers crossed. If you're watching this, I made it out. Okay, we're slipping up for the last doe hunt before the rut, because the rut's kicking up quick. But I wanted to come up here where I shot that buck at the beginning of season. There's a few too many does in here. Some of y'all probably saw the browse line. And I wanted to see if I could pop one or two more before we pretty much strictly buck hunt for the next few weeks. Alright, y'all. This tree is the tree for me. They come over to my downwind side.
Meet.
Down right there. Well, I had a whole grip of does go way out of range downwind, and then they kind of scurried off. And I was sitting there thinking they're not coming back, and then these two come straight at me. Meep. I don't know what happened with that second shot. Looked like a good shot. She bedded down right when I pulled the release, and so I shot over her. She hung around. The second shot looked good, felt good. She runs off, stops, and then just walks up over the hill real slow. Well, that buck that was with her makes his way over there, beds down where I lost sight of her. And then about 5 minutes he grunts and gets up and walks on away. I'm gonna give that one some time. It looked like a good hit, but she didn't go down right away. It got me a little nervous. We're gonna climb down and retrieve our arrows. I know that first doe from earlier, she's right down there by the boat. We'll get our arrows and get everything rounded up, and then we'll creep over there to where I last saw that doe. See if she's down. Meep, meep. Okay, while I was climbing down, these 3 does slipped in behind me. They were checking out the first one I shot, checking out the boat, and just moseying around. I got climbed down slowly and quietly, and they were still down in the brush, and they started moseying over towards me. So I knocked an arrow, and she crashed right by the water. Perfect. Now we still gotta give that second one time. I think she's dead, but I don't want to bump her. First shot. How's that mega meat? Looks like the blades are intact. I bet they're not sharp, but we can try and sharpen them. That arrow's coated. Might be the first mega meat I did not bend a blade on. I'll reuse it if I can. I need to buy new replacement blades. Those are expensive. Broadheads. Wow. That's a good sized doe. I hit her pretty good. That's an exit. Hit her a little further back, but lungs. Maybe a little liver, but double lung. Spraying blood. The other one is just right down here. Oh yeah. Got the arrow from that last one. Broke my knock. Battery's stuck inside there. Broadhead looks good. She carried it for a little bit and it fell out and snapped off on the back end. Hit that front leg bone. She crashed through that brush and piled up right by the water. They say mechanicals don't break bone. That's the exit side. I shot her on the other side. I don't know if it did exit, but there's blood on the fletchings. I don't know what happened there, but 2.5 inch, 125 grain swagger. I'm pulling 62 pounds, 530 something grain arrow. All right, we got these two ready to gut next to the boat. I'm gonna go round up my other two arrows and maybe sneak over there in a little bit. I'll keep y'all updated on that, and then we'll get these gutted and taken care of. All right, I'm back. I got all my arrows. Found the arrow off of that second doe. This does not look good. I tracked a little ways, didn't find any blood. Turned around, backed out. There's a little patch of woods that she headed towards that I might ease up in there, step out of the boat and look around. But if she's not in that patch of woods, then she's off the property. And without a blood trail, there's not much I can do. We're gonna give it a good effort to try to find her. We're gonna go get ahead of where she went, check that patch of woods, look for anything, blood, the deer, anything. Anyways, bad shooting on my part with the second doe. First one and the last one were perfect. They both ran straight to the water. The first one died 15 yards from the boat. The second one died about 40 or 50 yards from the boat. So can't complain about that. Wish I'd have shot a little better on that second one. Okay, I've checked the last little bit of woods I can check, which is up in here. And then I ran out of property. No blood trail to follow at all. We have no trail to follow, no blood trail, and we ran out of property, and there's like 4 or 5 different properties up there, and a couple of the owners are out of town. I look up on Onyx at the owner names, and half of them are out of town anyways, so you run into that a lot around here. But I tried to find her. I made a bad shot. Made 2 bad shots. She bedded down on me on the first one, but we got the other 2. We got them loaded up here. Cut clean through the top of the heart on that last one, so that's good. Still not very happy about that second doe, but it is what it is. We're gonna take these and get them to the processor. I'm gonna call and make sure they still have slots to take donations to Hunters for the Hungry. I know there's probably more people that need it now that the food stamps are on hold this month. I'm sure there's a few people that could really use it, especially this month, so I'm gonna donate both of these, and if the processor can't take them, I'll find another processor that can, because there's a few in the general area. I'll drive if I have to. I'll make sure they get donated. But anyways, that'll be the doe management for now. That'll be all the doe management for now. The rut's kicking up. We got all kind of bucks showing up. I mean, we saw 2 this morning, one pretty nice 8-point. So I will be buck hunting for the next few weeks. I will not be shooting any more does unless she blows at me. But you know the rule. We're going to be getting after the big boys here. So we'll get these does taken care of, and I will catch y'all later.